The courts stopped that from becoming a legal precedent, but the fact that the government tried to push it as far as it did, interfering as has been claimed, shows how quickly these boundaries can shift when political incentives align. And this is the real warning that comes out of the Stracker case. Lawfare doesn't rely on winning. It relies on wearing people down. It relies on the weight of accusation. It relies on fear. The state doesn't need to convict you for terrorism to make you feel like you're carrying the label. It just needs to prosecute you and let the public imagination do the rest. Stracker was acquitted, but she still had to endure the process, the stigma, the headlines, the time, the cost, the intrusion, and that's the point. The process becomes the punishment even when the verdict isn't. But sometimes the government picks the wrong target and the case unravels, and when that happens, the state's motives become visible too. This was political, it was constructed, it was flimsy, it was opportunistic, and it was aligned with a wider project to make pro-Palestine speech dangerous. The acquittal doesn't mean the project stops, it means they misjudged this one, and now the rest of us can see exactly how they're doing it and be mindful of it. They tried to criminalize a political position, they tried to twist the meaning of terrorism, they tried to use the courts to send a message, and the courts sent one back, and the case collapsed because it had nothing underneath it. But when a government's lawfare breaks open like that, it tells you what kind of government you're dealing with as well. And the thing you notice once all of the dust settles and the judgment is out, is that the government doesn't rush to explain why it backed the case this week, or why the prosecution was allowed to lean on corrupted data, or why the broader political context had been pushing police forces, employers and institutions to treat pro-Palestine speech as dangerous. They go quiet, because quiet is safer than admitting the obvious, which is that this case was never about the posts themselves. It was about the politics behind them. It was about turning political dissent into a threat the government could manage through the courts rather than through public debate, which they've been losing for a long time because the facts in Gaza have been impossible to disguise.